Granny, no.
You take Wolly.
When I was little, my daddy took me to see my granny. Willy came too.
Hello, Tiggy.
I love my granny.
Come on, let's go. What will we have? Have some tea, will we?
Granny and Daddy had a cup of tea. Granny is Daddy's mummy. That's funny. Can you tell me a story about Daddy? I asked Granny to tell me the story about when Daddy was little.
I think we'll wait until Daddy's gone.
No, said Granny, later.
You be a good girl for Granny when Daddy's away.
I wanted to help Granny, so I took Daddy's cup of tea away for her.
Oh, no, sweetheart, just leave that because let Granny...
No, said Granny, be careful.
Granny will take it.
Granny said no a lot.
Dad's gonna go away. You bet.
When Daddy left, I had my Granny to myself.
See you later.
I like having Tig here.
Bye.
Bye.
Granny told me the story about how Daddy made a mud pie. And about the mud pie one.
Well, he was carrying a great big tin full of mud. He said, I've made you a mud pie. This is for you, Mummy, and for Jane.
I wanted to make a mud pie too. I wanted to make Granny laugh like Daddy. I looked for a tin to fill with mud.
Clever girl.
No.
But I don't think we can be making any mud pies today.
No, said Granny. I wanted to actually make a mud pie.
It's a heavy one.
Granny had lots of exciting things round her house. Granny says that everything tells a story. I saw a big knife. What's that, Granny? Granny said that was Great Grandad's knife. Can I see? I said. No, said Granny. Mustn't touch. Granny had a big glass bottle. When you look through the glass, it made everything move and bend.
Careful, darling. No.
When I tried to touch the bottle, Granny said no. Granny said no a lot. Granny has a staircase in her house. I love to run up and down Granny's staircase.
No, Tig. Don't run up and down the stairs, dear. I don't want you to fall.
No running on the stairs. Granny, no. Hey, Tig. Granny doesn't just say no. She says yes too. But there'd be no fun to say yes if Granny didn't sometimes say no. And Granny's no's keeps you safe. No to spilling hot tea. No to touching sharp knives. No to running and falling down the stairs. So try thinking of all the things to do that will let Granny say yes. Yes to playing with your toys. Yes to asking for stories. Yes to showing you the treasure box. Come on! Hey, and Tig, why don't you tell Granny how much you love her too? Yes, I thought. I love my Granny. I'm going to do things so Granny can say yes. Love you, Granny. I love you, Granny.
Tig, darling, I love you too.
Can I look at the treasure box?
Of course you can.
Yes, said Granny. Can I put the jewels on? Yes, said Granny.
Ooh.
Granny saw Willy.
Oh my goodness.
It's only a tiny spider. But you can cuddle Willy, yes.
Want to find a ring?
And I love Willy. We've been together since we were wee. My favourite dinosaur. When I was little, I liked dinosaurs. I had some toy dinosaurs. I had a Stegosaurus. Stegosaurus. I had a Tyrannosaurus. Tyrannosaurus Rex. And a Triceratops. Triceratops. But my favourite dinosaur of all is my Diplodocus. Diplodocus. Willy liked my Diplodocus too. I I played with my dinosaurs a lot. Rawr. At nursery school, I painted a big diplodocus. I gave my diplodocus lots of leaves to eat. My friend Louise liked dinosaurs too. Her favourite dinosaur was Tyrannosaurus. We played Tyrannosaurus games. One day, Mummy said, "What's your favourite dinosaur, Tick?"
Diplodocus.
Well, said Mummy, Grandad is going to take you to see a real diplodocus. A real one? I was frightened.
It's in a museum. It's millions of years old, so it's just bones.
Okay, just bones.
Just bones didn't sound very exciting, but I wanted to see Grandad. We went to see Grandad and the diplodocus at a museum. Grandad was waiting. I love my Grandad.
Get up these big steps.
Big dinosaur jumps up.
Let's go inside and see a real diplodocus dinosaur, said Grandad. Wow. Oh no. There was a dinosaur. There was a diplodocus. It was real. It was big. It was bigger than me. It was too big. I was scared.
What do you think, Tig? A real diplodocus?
Come on, Tig. Let's go and look at something smaller first.
Come on, Tig, said Mummy. Maybe we should look at something smaller. Mummy took me to a room full of bones. Mummy looked at the bones. I was scared. There was no roaring. But what if the diplodocus sat on Grandad? Hey, Tig. Big, strange things are scary. But this big, strange diplodocus dinosaur is just a lot of old bones. Just a lot of old bones like these ones, only much bigger. A lot of old bones strung together to show what a diplodocus looked like millions of years ago. So this diplodocus dinosaur won't stomp or roar or sit on Grandad. This diplodocus is just for you to look at. So now you know that the scary diplodocus dinosaur is just a load of old bones. There's no need to be scared anymore. Go for it, Tig. Have another look at your favourite dinosaur. Yes, I thought. I want to look at my favourite dinosaur again. I crept up in Grandad's. I was pleased he hadn't been sat on.
Just you! I thought it was a dinosaur come to life.
Grandad and me looked around the big dinosaur. It was just old bones. When I showed Wolly to the diplodocus, it looked a little scared. Don't stomp away, I said. He's only my toy spider. I like diplodocus. It's my favourite dinosaur. But I love Wolly. We've been scared since we were wee. The dog. When I was little, my granny got a new dog. I went to visit my granny and her new dog with my daddy. Wolly came too. In the park, on the way to Granny, we saw lots of dogs. I wanted to play with the dogs. Can we play with the dogs?
No, we don't know the dogs.
Daddy said no. He said we should leave the dogs we don't know alone. I had fun just watching the dogs. Granny's dog was called Herbie.
Hello! You come and see.
I asked to see Herbie.
He's in the kitchen having breakfast.
Granny said we should leave Herbie alone when he was eating.
We just watch.
Daddy was looking in a cupboard. Daddy was trying to find a dog bed for Herbie to sleep in. Daddy found his old drum set. I made lots of noise on Daddy's drums. Then I heard another noise. Woof, 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 woof.
Shh, Tig. Herbie doesn't like the noise.
Herbie was barking in a rage. I didn't like Herbie barking. Daddy found his old space hopper.
Fresh air and some fun.
The hopper was fun. I bounced around the garden.
Come on, Herbie. Let's see what's happening. Come on.
I bounced up to Herbie. Herbie barked. Woof, 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 woof. Herbie looked scary. I didn't like Herbie.
Listen, Tig, I think I'd better take him back inside. He's getting too excited.
Granny took Herbie back inside.
Here's one bed for Herbie.
Daddy found a bed for Herbie.
Do you want to come for a walk with Herbie?
No.
No, I said. I didn't like dogs.
Okay.
Hey, Tig, you don't like Herbie because you don't know Herbie. Ruff. You need to get to know Herbie in just the same way Herbie needs to get to know you. Ruff. So what does Herbie like and what does Herbie not like? Granny says Herbie likes to eat in peace. Ruff. When you did your drumming, you found out that Herbie doesn't like loud bangs. When you bounced up to Herbie on the space hopper, you found out that Herbie gets frightened easily. He's like most dogs. And Herbie's barking, ruff, is his way of telling you what he's feeling. Ruff, ruff, woof, woof. So when you meet Herbie again, be very quiet and still. Don't touch Herbie until Granny says you can. That way, you'll get to know Herbie. Yes, I thought. I want to get to know Herbie. I want to like Herbie.
Can I see Herbie?
Yeah, come on.
I'll be very quiet.
What a great girl.
Granny was getting Herbie ready for his walk. I was very quiet and still.
That's a good girl.
Granny said I could stroke Herbie gently.
That's it.
Now, do you want to take him out?
Take Herbie to the
We took Herbie to the park.
Oh,
I like getting to know Herbie.
you got Herbie, Tig.
Here he goes.
Come and give us the double. Come and give us it. Oh!
I'm not sure if he likes my toy spider yet.
It's only my toy spider.
I like Herbie. And I love Willy. We've been together since we were wee. The hat.
Hi.
Hello, parcel for Tig Jimison.
When I was little, I got a parcel from Grandad. Inside the parcel was a hat. A sailor's hat. I loved my sailor's hat. Willy likes my sailor's hat too. I wore my sailor's hat a lot. One day, Grandad told Mummy that we were going on a big adventure.
Ah, a message from Grandad. We're going on a big adventure down a magical river. Wear your sailor's hat.
Wear your sailor's hats, said Grandad.
That would be cuddly.
Grandad's big adventure was on a boat. I wore my sailor's hat.
Wait for me!
Grandad nearly missed the boat. Grandad wore a sailor's hat too.
You've got your hat on. Come aboard.
The big boat rumbled and grumbled. Off we sailed on our big adventure.
I think you'll find out. I'm the captain.
I'm the captain.
Can you say aye, aye, sir?
I saw.
A man told us what everything was.
And over on your right now we have the London Eye.
Grandad made everything into a big adventure. We saw a wheel turning high in the sky, spaceships spinning off to visit the clouds, said Grandad. We saw a tower of pointy glass, the Snow Queen's palace, said Grandad. We saw lots of boats, fast boats, slow boats, and a battleship. Grandad spotted a fairy tale boat.
There's Peter Pan.
Look, there's Peter Pan, sailing to Never Never Land, said Grandad. We went under lots of bridges. When we went under one bridge, it got very windy. Whoosh! My sailor hat blew off. Whoosh!
Oh,
My sailor hat was gone. It floated away.
you know, was it my hat?
Have my hat, said Grandad. No, I wanted my hat.
We'll go to the cafe and get a cup of tea.
My sailor hat was gone forever. I was angry. I wanted my hat back.
Well, your hat's gone, Tig. Well, do you know what? I'll get you another one, will I? Do you want a glass of water?
I missed my hat. I loved my hat. Hey, Tig, when you lose something you love, it can make you feel angry. When you lose something forever, it can make you feel sad too. But losing your hat was no one's fault. It was the wind. No one knows what the wind will do next. But hey, Tig, you are on a big adventure. Big adventures are like the wind. You never know what will happen next. Your hat blowing away was the most exciting part of your adventure. Your hat blowing away has made your adventure big. Remember, Tig, a hat is just a thing. You can always get another one. What matters most is that you and Grandad and Mummy are all having fun on your big adventure together. Go for it, Tig. Yes, I thought. My hat was just a thing.
You look a bit happier now.
Losing my hat was my adventure.
Tower Bridge was opened in 1894.
Upstairs, the man was still telling us what everything was. The man didn't know what Willy was.
Well, it's only a toy spider.
I didn't miss my sailor's hat anymore. I just liked having my big adventure with my Grandad. And I love Willy.